Let's put some tags. Some tags. Tags. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Let's make some posts. Twitter post. Where'd my phone go? That's a problem. I need that. Hold on. No one's here yet anyway. I found it. Found it. Let's make a post. Tweet. Making tweets, doing tweets. Hello, welcome. I'm just doing some tweeting because because this is a chill, casual stream. So I didn't do it. This is a late stream at a time I don't normally do. So I didn't do it before I started. I did it as I was starting. Well, I'm doing it now. So that's happening. That's just how it goes sometimes. And I'm just gonna put it in a few Discords that I'm parts of. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Last time on Heaven Will Be Mine, things happened. Let's jump over to the proper thing. Woo! We're here. Let's see if it loads. Come on, load. Yay! There it is. We got it. Okay, last time on Heaven Will Be Mine, we are playing as Saturn. It's day 3. We've done. The first day was us escaping from our stealing a mech. We stole the mech. The mech is cool. The mech it heals itself, and it can kind of travel through time, and also has a poison blade. It's Trixie. It's a Trixie mech. We are part of a faction that... I learned a little more about the factions, actually, because I was listening to Waypoint Radio, and Austin Walker had this on his list for Games of the Year list, so they talked about it a little bit. And I learned a little more about the factions that I maybe will learn as time goes on, or maybe I just wasn't clear about, but Saturn's faction is the faction that thinks we can leave all of this behind, we don't need to be human anymore, we don't need the Earth, we can become something new. Lunaterra's faction is the faction that... here, we'll jump in. Mission select. Lunaterra's faction is the faction that is, like, on Earth, and is, like, we need to protect Earth, and, we need to protect Earth, and we need to, like, fix what we've done to Earth, and then, the final faction, which is... What's her name? The Cradle's Graces. So we're part of Celestial Mechanics, which is the one that's gonna be like, we're just gonna go off and do our own thing. Memorial Foundation is the one that's like, we need to protect the Earth and make the Earth a better place for what it is. And then Cradle's Grace is the one that is, we can be something greater than the Earth and escape among the stars. In sci-fi, my favorite thing about this is like we can move on past Earth and just be whatever in celestial mechanics, but realistically I think I'd probably fall in the Memorial Foundation and we need to like fix what we have rather than trying to build new things or just like abandoning things, because I think that when things get abandoned, people get left behind. But let's go to our comms. Mercury, be careful today. I'm never careful any day, so let's see if I remember the voices. The answer is probably no, but we're gonna try. I'm serious this time. Impetus is in the field today. I know you're where he's fighting. You should be careful. Geez, you worry too much. Obviously, because you give me so much to worry about. I mean, are you really worried? His ship's self is actually not that scary. Not as scary as mine. As if that was the thing I was worried about. Hi, Quantum. I'm doing a Saturn playthrough with... Yes, Saturn is here, and Mercury is here. This is my first playthrough. I went with Saturn first because it was the one that was, like, the default one. So I am... We'll get... I think I'm going to probably get to all of them because I'm liking this game so far. It's a number on my voice. I'm not used to doing voices for hours on end. Heck yeah, you made a good choice, in your opinion. Yeah, that's good. As if that was the thing I was worried about. What then? Oh, I'm not even thinking about letting our mutual ex touch me. I won't even fight him. I'll curve him the second his tide so much as tremble against my plating. Why would you even worry? I don't even slightly hate him less than you do. There's no possible way you hate him more than I do, but that's not the issue. That's never the issue with him. Hating him hasn't made him any easier to deal with. We were kids, though. We're older and wiser now. LMAO. Hahaha. At least you are, Mercury. Hardly. Or I wouldn't be telling you. You remember how he's just casually lingers his fingers a second too long on your shoulders? In front of everyone? Ugh, it was so gross. It was so gross, and I loved the attention every time. It made me so smug. I loved it. It was gross, and I hate him. Do you love yourself enough not to fall for it again? I definitely hate him enough not to fall for it. Do you? No, obviously. I'm still in celestial mechanics. How do you think I feel? You're soaring. You've got a stupid idiot who loves you and you get to do research and you never have to deal with him again. And with this ship's self, we'll have the future. And no matter what, I'll make sure he won't. Channel closed. Okay, so which mission should we do first? I guess we'll just start at the top and do deep dive. The Oxygen Ocean serves as both fuel yard and terraforming engine for the planet Ares. It's the perfect hiding place for migrant celestial mechanics fleet, but deep down, something is reaching up for them. Confirm. Launch. Saturn, what are you doing? Disrupting all the comms and driving through... Oh, you're still here? I thought I'd cut this channel too. Well, I'll go ahead and shut it. Don't you dare cut me off. You can listen if you promise not to whine or stop me. God, that conversation is so much. Yeah, it's a lot. I think I read that one before last time, so it hit me a little harder then. Yeah, there's some stuff there. I will do no such thing, and you cannot make a deal with me. I'm simply stating a fact, not making an arrangement. Just why, Saturn? Why are you such an incorrigible, petulant nightmare? After you were professionally forgiven for doing a very good job and not getting a string of pearls ruined or captured, and Command will even decided to give you a job of sparking the gravity engine that will take our fleet back to the native sphere. I think you wouldn't be so into pressing your luck recklessly. But everyone expects for you is so annoying. They're annoying because whatever is causing the tidal interference from the bottom of the Oxygen Ocean is almost certainly the Cradle's Grace's weapons, and they have no reason to believe that they're going to be loyal. Every single second you delay, the horrible and indisciplined are every single second of the day, you are horrid and undisciplined, and your brief periods of obedience only seem to exist to throw everyone off later. I mean, if you want me to cover for you, you have to play along a little. Why are you like this? Years of encouragement and grooming followed by abandonment and neglect, you know that. Same as you. And same for the pilot you're after, too. Is that why? In a different way, but I think so. Enemy or not, I want to talk. I think I'm getting somewhere. And I'm not going to get to talk if you all are interfering. What if she doesn't want to just talk? Then you'll really appreciate me cutting the cables before she pulls all of you down there with me. Why is this so important? You'll really jeopardize the whole operation for that? What, you don't think I have my own cunning master plan? It's way better than his. So, supposedly nothing can stop the Krun Malkla. It is better to find out if that's true sooner rather than later. Fight her or talk, which is it? How are they any different? Anyways, don't worry about the connection when the connection accidentally breaks. I'll be fine. I promise you will be too. Share a secret deep down. Loyal. Outcome favors selection mechanics. Get in a tug of war above the waves. I want to share a secret moment deep down. Also, I kind of want Celestial Mechanics to win because I want each faction to win for the one that is their faction, because that helps me keep track of having all the factions win. We'll see. Maybe I'll get to the point where I'll just want to replay this enough to get all the faction endings for all the characters, but for now, I just want to at least get, each faction ending with a different faction ending with each character. That's what I meant. The balance shift because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The oxygen ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy the complete privacy under a curtain of oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. You can float as long as you want until your hull turns brittle and breaks or your organic components oxidize and explode. Celestial Mechanics have discovered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal an unknown interference of gravity and seeping oxygen. The additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. Celestial Mechanics' fleet tends to lower the string of pearls in slowly, just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. Pluto is there, deep, deep down, and when Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples, as if they were in opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? How do I know what? Saturn, who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. Yeah, I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. There's someone down there. She's speaking to me. No, she's trying to eat me alive. Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. The ocean boils wherever she touches, even with the external equipment. There's no way to rely on sight, and the pragmatic influence is too erratic for the sensors to process. She can only feel her way for both of them. The cable you left is extremely important. It's the only one we have of communication and monitoring your situation. Uh-huh. So you'll have to be extremely careful with it. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right, like something's watching her. Oh, this music is really good. It's like someone's watching me. But it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like someone's watching her, but something isn't watching her. It's touching me. Something's touching Saturn. Its hands see her, and they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples out with boredom. It's really boring down here. But what else is Pluto going to do? Some girls get stuck with the worst jobs. But I gotta do it. With nothing to do but send insulation through the narration. So, are you coming or what? I've got her again. Tidal spike detected. Mass gravity alert. Lower me further. Saturn, we're pulling you out. Oh no, not just yet. I think that was the voice I was using for her. Hi Saturn, hi Mercury. Sorry, I'm borrowing her for a little bit. Saturn's cockpit floods with alarms and lights and an imminent high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. String of pearls discharges its electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the winch. Saturn, what are you? String of pearls cleanly slices off the left communication wire, and and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of sensory deprivation tank. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it, I cut both wires. Even the ship's comms are down. Saturn? Can you hear me? Would you like to hear me if I spoke with this ship? Would you hear me if I spoke with this ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity? Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you. Saturn's reactor, an anxious little ball, is getting just so fed up with this. It's frustrating to not be understood. Would you know what that's like? You don't know how much I know, but I believe you. If Saturn moves too much, she might forget what direction up is. The sensory deprivation of the ocean tank takes everything away, but she has to remember that that's not true. I don't believe you, but I'm trying. Oh, she's trying. Of course I'm trying. Oh, come on, where am I? Erg, I hate people playing hard to get. I believe in you, but you gotta work for it. I can't do it, sorry, but I'm cheating. The string of pearls electrotoxin shoots through the ocean. Like a bolt of lightning, it reaches out because it's attracted to you. It seeks a path of least resistance, looking for something that wants to respond. What it really does is run along boundaries, theoretical and real. It takes place where boundaries between one thing and another are weakest. It runs along boundaries until it finds it, and then it connects the two. Why is she doing that? Oh, it's what you're used to. Good at seeing weak spots. I've got a lot. Can you find them? You can do it if you try. Maybe you need a little push. It's like there's nothing, not a single crack. Don't say you're not perfect. Don't make me do all the work. Brr. The pressure is overwhelming, but it's overwhelming for Pluto too. The Krun Malka is like a little star, gushing matter and condensing it into an engine of light over and over. It was modeled after the theory of the Big Bang, after all, made in a secret on the planet of Hades, where on the boundary between what is human and what is not. It's a fragile boundary, you can touch it, but be careful. Ha 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 ha. This takes me back. Which is not fucking fair. Are you doing that on purpose? Always taking me to unpleasant pasts? Is it taking you back? Sorry. But we can't help it. It's the first thing beneath our surface. It's hard for me too. It takes Sacrum back to her first implant series, where they took the most special children they could find and tried to cheat them into being even more special. Bypassed all the work and care that had gone into the third generation pilots and kicked them directly into humanity's next stage. Cheating, it felt good. It felt wrong in a good way. It felt good in a way that feels obscene. It feels bad, like she was getting more than she deserved. They chose her, but she felt like they played a trick on them. Like she lied and got candy for it. Like they knew that there was nothing special about her, and then they gave her the most special thing. If they knew how special it was, and how she didn't even earn it, they would have given it to someone else, but they didn't. Even when they threw her away, she never forgot how that felt. Why is it always like this? Oh, baby. It takes Pluto back to when she was learning how to be a person in space. They decided they would start over, with assumptions humanity would be protected by the most human children they could make. No matter how badly she did, no matter how much she wasn't up to how perfect they wanted, they never gave up on her. It was the worst part. She wished so much that they would give up. It was so hard that she just wanted to be the mess that she really was, and they wouldn't let her. She knew with her whole heart what she was supposed to be. She had it memorized. She could never make it leave her body, because the thing is, the thing she did and the person she was, they let her be whatever she wanted, and it wasn't strong and smart and pretty enough to be it. Both of them remember reaching through the wall to one on the other side, wishing so hard to hold hands and it feels like you really are you're just two pebbles dropped in the pond, but your ripples touching are enough. No one knows, even the two of you almost don't. Never say it out loud, never think it too loud. It sounds so sad when you put it like that. Why didn't you show me things to stop making me jealous? Oh, you got me, you're touching me, I can hear you through the contact link. Haha, yeah, you got me good, that's what you have to say? You're the one who got me, you did it, you found me, you're clever, it's amazing. You don't need to flatter me, I won't feel better. I'm not. You better. I promise. Why am I so scared and you're not? That's just me. Sorry I'm like this. Well, you can flatter me a little. You're a little needy, huh? Didn't you just say I had you? Haha, you do. You can do whatever you want now. Why did you do this? You came after me, so it's only fair I came after you. Don't say it's only fair. Say I'm amazing and important. You came after me specifically. You're totally not needy, huh? Give me a better answer. I want to know why it's me. I don't have one. There are so few of us left. I've got to cling to everyone. But I love that you're scared and you believe anyway. I think you're one of the only people who can make something change. And there's no time left. Is that a proposal to join your side? Yes. Yeah. What if I refuse? Then give me a good reason to join you. You're even more impulsive than me. You can start to see why I fight, can't you? The way I'm starting to see why you do. Show me something important and I'll be yours too. But you're definitely not gonna go quietly, are you? Nope. If I let you go, will you promise not to crush yourself and me and literally everything? This time, you mean? Yeah. I think I can do that. Say hi to Mercury for me. I'll see you again soon, baby. Day 4. Comms. Mercury. The captain told me to thank you for the data stream. You're welcome. Do you have new results for me? Yes, I'll encrypt them. TY, you're the best. I guess there's no point in asking what you want them for. Just V-face. How afraid should I be? I'm just trying to fulfill our mission, Mercury. You know that. I'm going to tell him you're as indestructible and petulant as ever. Plus, I don't want your hubby to hate me. Why do you always call Ganymede the captain anyway, lol? Because some of us have a sense of discretion. Captain's pet is so well behaved. You're one to talk, Saturn. You're going to end up at the pound one of these days. I'm gonna go if you go through any more superior officers. No, it's cute. You're both tidally locked. It's cute you both tidally locked that quick. You're making all the lesbians jealous. Then act like it, Saturn. I will not apologize for locking it down. I have my fill of being a pet. I don't really want to be a pet either. Maybe you are learning to love yourself. What I'd like to be is a toy. That's even worse. No, it's better. Plastic and metal can be molded into any kind of shape. You can smooth it over and change it to whatever you want. You only have to accept the interference you're designed for. A toy never gets to do anything. They just sit there and look pretty. Mercury, what do you think I want? Don't you love how our ship selves evoke so much? Just by being plastic in the silhouette of a human? These beam weapons are my fingertips. This chassis my tits. But they're also beam weapons and impenetrable chassis. They can shred the plastic all they want, but they can't touch me. Plastic can't get hurt. But you still can. Don't forget. People fawn over objects. They worship them. I want to be the product they obsess over. I thought you were tired of getting thrown away. I'm not for individual retail sale. Look, don't touch. One of a kind, not sold in stores. Channel closed. Mail and alerts. We've got mail. Annual Academy student rating. Colony Server Force Origin. Colony Server Force Extraction. Author Memorial Foundation Space Academy Archives. I won't rate them, they're still learning. Given this, Halamade is underperforming based on expectations that you set out for her. I told you the projections were completely divorced from reality, repeatedly for this very reason. The authority she may have wielded on Earth means nothing up here. I should add that you know I will forget it as early as is convenient, that she is performing very high compared to her peer group in specific areas you seem to consider so highly. Yes, even compared to your Generation 1 aces, she has the potential to surpass them, so stop asking if she has surpassed the top one yet. I prefer to keep the two separate as possible for independent reasons. Halamade is too competitive and easily impressed to not make me worry about placing her in close contact with a number of 1 aces. Your attempts to put those two in the same room has not gone unnoticed by me. You do love drama, Ippitus, or is there something else you believe is more important to our health than the health of our pilots? The next resignation. Memorial Foundation's Evidence Locker. Special Counsel of the Prosecution of Dr. Nix. In these moments, there's nothing more painful than being patronized, but you couldn't even spare me that. I can't understand why you thought me to be naive, though I really did know. They thought a world where children were together and free could write their own futures sounded wonderful. We didn't even get close to that from the understanding that's not what they wanted. I knew it from the start. I only regret that I didn't get further before they noticed. You're going to ask me for my resignation, and there's nowhere else for me to go, and there's nowhere else for those children to go either. I won't let you have them, and I won't let you crush them back to their earthly shapes. What are you asking instead of for me is to declare war, so I will do so. I will see if Earth's ties are truly powerful enough to crush the new humanity you rejected. Nyx. Mission select. 400mm kiss. The Memorial Foundation deploys a certain sniper to stop escape routes to the resting Celestial Mechanics fleet. All Saturn needs to do is stay out of trouble. But what is the chances of that? Yeah, that's fair. No, go ahead. Take your time. We're not dying yet or anything. You know, fighting officially on Ares is a lot less fun than I was promised it would be. It's real work, Saturn. I thought that was all of that getting back on your good side was about. You shouldn't have done such a good job of hiding in the Oxygen Ocean then. They shouldn't have done such a good job of hiding in the Oxygen Ocean then. You could maybe stage an attack from the Olympus ruins, but maybe not even Cradle's grace is precious enough to defend them. The Memorial Foundation is thorough enough to watch over it. Of course, only they would be that annoying. There's recent activity there, and they want an investigation. They're just being paranoid. That's a stupid plan. They're only sending someone to waste their time chancing we're dumb. Or baiting us. Would they really send their ace if that was the case? Wait, that old for Memorial Foundation warhorse, you mean? Why didn't you tell me the most important part first? Coordinates now, please. Saturn, I really hope you're not actually... Yes, I'm feeling like, Command is right, actually. That area needs some real thorough investigation, just to be sure. What's with the sudden enthusiasm? It's really not... No, wait, it's exactly like you. Well, when you said you fought off the Mericium Priorate, what were you actually doing? I don't know what you're talking about, Mercury. I was so dutiful I bought this back in one piece, so that means I won. So don't worry about it. Why are you like this? Saturn gets no-scoped by Lunaterra. Lunaterra gets a point-blank encounter. See, I want... this is very funny, but I want Celestial Mechanics to win eventually, and I don't know how many choices I will have that lead towards that. So I think I'm gonna go with this one, just to see, and then maybe next round we'll do other ones. The balance shifts, and Saturn moves and Lunaterra couldn't. Got you. What was Lunaterra's voice? Got you. She does. Saturn is as good as already down. But so is Lunaterra. Got you too. Pure spite got Saturn this far, and it will get her even further. She takes aim and fires. Lunaterra, perfectly still for the perfect shot, is perfectly unable to get out of the way in time. Saturn's string of pearls is laid out flat on her back, creaking and twitching, and Lunaterra's Mericium falls... Crisium falls from her sniper spot like a burning star. Lunaterra wakes up first, but her flight unit is shot. It's hard to hide a ship that can't fly in a city, and the Mericium is full of unfair tricks. But the Mericium is full of unfair tricks. Shooting her down is just the beginning. You have to catch her next. That's alright with Saturn. She's at her best when everyone is in the dirt. When she wakes up, she's ready. She might be in worse shape than Lunaterra, but worse shape is her best. String of Pearls skirts along half-constructed city with the shape of ruins and the pristine finish of the planet's toys still in their boxes, looking for a hole in Lunaterra's nested in and dodging her shots of protest. Reboot took longer than I thought, but ready or not, here I come. Hey, come out, come out, come out! You almost got me that last time you poked your head out to shoot. Try again. Oh, come on. I'm not babbling to trick you or anything. I'm just having a great time here. I'd love it if you stopped making me feel like I'm just talking to myself. I can hear you just fine, Saturn. What, this isn't exciting enough? I guess that's why you're the ace pilot, LT. I need to have you on the ropes to taunt you and dodge at the same time. An ear-splitting crash, impossible to tell which direction the shot came from. The cover around Saturn explodes. I'm an ace because I keep my priorities straight. That's not what I've heard. What have you heard? That keeping your priorities straight is the thing that you're the worst at. It's pretty much your most obvious weak point. Maybe they don't know what my priorities are. Is getting shot down by an idiot with no combat experience high on your priority list? The building next to Saturn explodes. Is missing all the time high on your priority list? You really are a brat. Is getting embarrassed and constantly by flirtatious brats high on your... Is getting hassled constantly by flirtatious brats high on your priority list? You're really on your toes today. I can't hit you with anything. Yeah, I'm having fun too. What a mess. I don't know why I'm laughing about it, or having so much fun. I'm glad you think so. It's a funny kind of date if you put it that way. Is this fighting just play fighting, or keep playing? Then if this fighting is just play fighting, then keep playing with me. You should be careful though, you never know what I might try next. I've got so many plans for dragging you out into the sun. Like what? Are they working on me? Of course, stop underestimating me. I've executed several plans as we speak. You're not at all ready, Lunatera. I'm not giving you any way out. You're not going to at least give me a hint? I'm at a disadvantage here. You can't trick me into giving it all away, but maybe you're right. Maybe I should be generous and let you know just a hint about one plan. You're generous. You should know this, but winning isn't my highest priority. It won't mean that I'm easy, though. Hey, we do think alike, at least the first half of that. If you love winning, the stalemate of this whole conflict should bore you to tears. All that's left in space is our second choice pilots who suck at things like winning no matter how good they are. I'm the second choice, but I'm a pilot that's here right now, and no one else would have thought of the plan that I did. Oh, I'm a second choice too, or I wouldn't be here. Isn't that a great plan? Really? You? Oh, it's not a good plan. It's just that no one else would do it, because I love to be a freak and try to catch you on foot. A first choice would never be sent to space in the first place. That does sound like a crazy plan to me. What would you even do if you found me? I'm assuming I'm standing still. I know it sounds like I'm showing off, but I couldn't beat you in a fair fight, so anything else is in my favor, right? Maybe it's the only way around the ghost ship of yours, and how much of a genius you are. I can track the ship that I've hit once. I also have ways being hidden so that you'll never find me. You're right, but you haven't used them. Maybe not. Also, did you know that the Mare Cesium has a manual... Oh. Also, did you know that Mare Cesium has a manual bypass for opening the cockpit? Yes. Oh, good, because I'll knock away. Anyway. The gentle hiss of pressure, and the cockpit opens. Hi. You look a little different, not nearly so smug. And you look a lot different. I remember you now. You were such a good girl. I never would have thought that was you. You're smiling, Lunatera. Did something good just happen? You must really trust me to come unarmed. Why would I need to be? I win. I'd say I'm pretty dangerous just like this. You think of everything. Never mind, you look like infuriating. You do look infuriatingly smug for someone I just beat. Now step away from the controls. Sure. I'm not laughing at you, I'm impressed. You know, even still, even in a fake fight, you have no respect for. No one takes me this seriously. I'm the Memorial Foundation's ace, but just by default, after the good ones left. So I don't mind losing to you, since you think I'm so cool. Lunatera kneels by the controls, hands up. They're still in reach. Saturn climbs the open hatch. No sudden movements, and I don't think you're cool. What do you want now? My ship? Me? They're both useless. I'll decide that. You don't need your ship out of commission. I'm gonna be so much cooler than you very soon, and I'll beat your sort of fair use. I'm gonna be so much cooler than you very soon, and then I'll beat you sort of fair and square, but maybe I should reprogram the ship to be absolutely sure. Lunatera whips around so fast Saturn's pinned down to the cockpit seat before she can tell how it happened. Sorry, but touching there isn't allowed. So, then where is touching allowed? You're absolutely much more dangerous without a gun. LT's hands on Saturn's collar and the others on Saturn's wrist. Saturn slips her free hand down LT's arm. How about here? That's fine. What about here? I won't stop you. You don't mind if I touch your face, but you won't let me touch your ship? Some places on the ship are fine. Some places on me are fine. Some places on the ship are fine. Some places on me are fine. Which do you want to know right now? Is this... Damn it. So how's unbuttoning my shirt going? It's harder than it looks at the angle with just one hand, huh? Just make out with me, you heinous bitch. Lunaterra had this idea, but instead she forgets it. She finds she's let her grip go slack, and Saturn nearly leapt out of the chair to kiss her. That thought is a little surprising, but her body made the right call in the movements in between when she was too busy overthinking it. Saturn seems a little mad about the smug face Lunaterra is making, and Lunaterra bites lips as they kiss. It doesn't encourage Lunaterra to stop being like that. This is absolutely insane. Are you kidding? What could possibly be better use of your time? Don't tell me duty is why you're fighting out here, or would you have stopped before I opened you would have stopped me before I opened the hatch. You're not just here for fun. You're not just doing this because there's no point, and you're killing time before the war collapses one way or another. Obviously, I'm sure I can still make out. I can be sure and still make out with you. Wouldn't it disappoint you if I wasn't? Oh, don't make that face. I can tell it would. That's good, though. I feel the same way. I wouldn't have let you flirt if that's just all you were. How can you be sure? Looks like I know something you don't. Even if it's just one thing. I'm always the last to know. You always make it seem like you know what you're doing. I'm just acting on instinct. My body knows what to do. Then you should be asking her. She'll know what to do. September 12th, 1963. That's when the first and last artificial colony of the native sphere was completed, in the tranquil bowl of the stable gravity of Lagrange Point 5, as the front lines against existential threats and training facilities for a generation of humans adapted to fight in space. As a colony environment with the life, gravity, and the culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born. With the hope and peace that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues, and we dissolve into parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have and turn inside out into something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting enough gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses, in space. A ship self to ferry us through the world. They function in places where gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous. Of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying on zero-G wings. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation, Existential Expansion. July 29th, 1958. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted internal authority into this split of undefined human peace that verified the presence existence of an existential threat outside of the solar system to establish a cultural, military, a scientific response to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth as a growing native sphere where our gravity reigns forever, safety, research, and expansion, all three pillars of Memorial Foundation's space branch will protect Earth from without as it has from within. Free the old world's gravity. It would be possible to advance science, art, and culture without constraint, and join hands, all of Earth, finally unified, for Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through the peace on Earth, and protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven, would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors in this approach. The first is that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error is the instinct error of Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into a convenient manifestation. As it has always been, only humans can fulfill criteria to be alien. Europa Chief Officer, Memorial Foundation, Existential Safety. January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was green, wet, and a very peaceful place. And now it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. It's where a lot of legitimately incredible things, like creating sustainable tidal reactors, new cultures, experiments with human bodies and human development, manufacturing self-sufficient in alter egos for space exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and the Memorial Foundation surface considers that a failure, but in truth, they're just not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decided what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagination, humans chart out what is true. They invent, with human effort, what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we just have to make one. But of course, it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are humans, so the idea that something alien is unimaginable because we cannot imagine outside of those terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Ippitus, executive director. Oh, yeah, if I had known it was Ippitus, I would have done the Ippitus voice. Executive director, Memorial Foundation of Existential Research. Day 5. Okay. Root core reformatting, 67% complete. Awaiting flight path input, question mark. Manual inject, extract CM flight path. Forcibly extracting coordinates. Coordinates received. Flight path passes through former pilot training school, Lagrange colony. Receiving new mission assignments. Error block from ship self side. Manual inject, scan virus. Manual inject, extract. 3 viruses detected and deleted. You have new mission assignments. Reclaim tidal reactor from colony before Memorial Foundation. Prevent theft of entire colony by Crater's Grace. Accept orders. LMAO. Accepted. Normalizing gravitational slingshot effect. Prepare for immediate launch into Lagrange colony. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I have in me for today. For this game, it's a lot of talking, and my voice does not like that very much at all. So let's save. Back. Let's save. We can quit. Should we do something else, or should we be done for the day? Let's just be done for the day. So this was a nice, just like chill, short stream. I just felt like streaming, after playing a bit of a game. I should be back tomorrow with game design stuff. I'm working on my thing for the record collection 2K19 game jam. So we'll probably work on that. Maybe do a little bit of Oops All Warlocks, but mostly that. I have no idea what I'm doing. So if you want to show up and help out, that could be fun, I guess. But until then, should we raid someone? Who's live right now? I have no one. I don't know enough people to raid someone. Never mind. We're not raiding someone. We're leaving. Bye.